Meet the ordinary American infantryman of 1944. He isn't a hero or a general. He's an ordinary rifleman. Everything he carries weighs about 27 kilograms. Before looking at individual items, we need to understand the complete load carried by a soldier. The first thing protecting this soldier was the famous M1 steel helmet. Introduced in 1941, the M1 helmet became one of the most recognizable pieces of American military equipment. Millions of M1 helmets were produced during World War II by American manufacturers including McCord Radiator and Schluter Manufacturing. The M1 helmet weighed around 1.3 kilograms, balancing protection and mobility. The M1 was not designed to stop rifle bullets. Its purpose was protecting soldiers from deadly battlefield fragments. His primary weapon was the legendary M1 Garand rifle. Adopted in 1936, it became the world's first standard-issue semi-automatic battle rifle. The rifle was designed by Canadian-born engineer John Garand at Springfield Armory. The rifle held 8 rounds in a unique en-bloc clip. Unlike most enemy rifles, the Garand fired every shot without manually cycling the bolt. General George Patton famously called the M1 Garand the greatest battle implement ever devised. The M1 Garand fired the powerful .30-06 Springfield cartridge. A typical rifleman carried around 80 rounds, ready for combat. Together, the rifle and ammunition weighed almost 10 kilograms. Every rifleman carried his ammunition in the M1923 cartridge belt. Each pouch was designed to hold 2 loaded Garand clips for quick access. Suspenders transferred the weight from the waist to the shoulders, making long marches less exhausting. Water was just as important as ammunition on the battlefield. The metal cup allowed soldiers to boil water and heat simple meals in the field. During long marches, soldiers often searched for every opportunity to refill their canteens. On his back, the soldier carried the M1928 haversack. It carried clothing, food, shelter, and the essentials needed to survive in the field. Every extra kilogram meant more fatigue during long marches across Europe. Every infantryman carried an entrenching tool wherever he went. A shallow foxhole could mean the difference between life and death. Soldiers also used it to clear obstacles, prepare positions, and perform countless daily tasks. Every American rifleman carried a personal first aid pouch. Inside was a Carlisle dressing, designed to stop bleeding as quickly as possible. Fast first aid often gave wounded soldiers the chance to survive until a medic arrived. Every kilometer began with the soldier's boots. Canvas leggings were lighter, cheaper to produce, and easier to replace than tall leather boots. Before the war ended, many infantrymen had walked hundreds of kilometers across Europe. A fully equipped American infantryman often carried more than 25 kilograms. And this was only the beginning. Over the next 80 years, the American soldier would change dramatically. The M1943 field jacket became one of the most successful uniforms of the Second World War. It replaced several older uniforms with one practical design suitable for almost every season. Strong enough for combat, many jackets survived the war and remained in service for years afterward. 7 years after World War II ended, American soldiers found themselves fighting once again, this time in the frozen mountains of Korea. Surprisingly, the famous M1 helmet remained almost unchanged. The biggest enemy in Korea was often not the battlefield, it was the freezing winter. Korea taught the U.S. Army that surviving the cold was just as important as surviving enemy fire. Specialized insulated boots dramatically reduced cold injuries during Korea's brutal winters. The Korean War forced the Army to redesign its cold weather equipment, lessons that influenced military gear for decades. Although a new war had begun, American infantrymen still trusted the same rifle that had helped win World War II. Each clip held 8 rounds of powerful .30-06 ammunition, giving the rifle excellent range and stopping power. Even in freezing temperatures, the Garand earned a reputation for remarkable reliability and accuracy. Some soldiers carried the lighter M2 carbine, offering greater firepower in close combat thanks to its selective fire capability. Every rifle squad depended on the Browning automatic rifle to provide continuous covering fire. By combining rifles, carbines, and the bar, each infantry squad balanced accuracy, mobility, and sustained firepower. Korea introduced one of the first widely issued protective vests for American infantrymen. It was designed to stop shell fragments, not direct rifle bullets, but it still saved thousands of lives. This simple vest marked the first step toward the advanced body armor worn by American soldiers today. Vietnam was unlike any battlefield American soldiers had faced before. The cold mountains of Korea were replaced by dense tropical jungle. For the first time, the American infantrymen carried the lightweight M16A1, replacing the heavy M1 Garand. Lighter, faster, and easier to carry, the M16A1 represented the beginning of a completely new era for the American soldier. Vietnam accelerated the transition toward lighter and more durable load-carrying equipment. Smaller 5.56 mm cartridges allowed soldiers to carry significantly more ammunition without increasing their combat load. Every piece of equipment was chosen to help the soldier move faster through one of the world's most demanding battlefields. Vietnam demanded new footwear. Traditional leather boots simply couldn't handle the jungle. Drainage vents allowed water to escape quickly, helping reduce moisture inside the boot during long patrols. No boot could keep a soldier completely dry in Vietnam, but these were designed to dry faster and keep him moving. Vietnam brought a stronger protective vest, designed to shield soldiers from deadly fragments on the battlefield. Like its predecessor, it was built to stop fragments, not high-powered rifle rounds. It wasn't true body armor yet, but it paved the way for the plate carriers used by American soldiers decades later. In Vietnam, the familiar M1 helmet received a camouflage cover to better blend into the dense jungle. The cover also reduced reflections and protected the helmet's paint from constant wear in the jungle. The reversible Mitchell cover featured 2 camouflage patterns, allowing soldiers to adapt to different environments. Heavy wool uniforms were gone. The lightweight OG-107 combat uniform was far better suited to Vietnam's heat and humidity. Its breathable construction dried faster and allowed greater freedom of movement during long jungle patrols. Later versions introduced ripstop fabric, helping prevent small tears from becoming major damage in the field. 20 years after Vietnam, the American infantrymen entered a completely different battlefield. This time, the desert replaced the jungle. For the first time, most American infantrymen wore a Kevlar helmet instead of steel. Replacing steel with Kevlar improved protection while reducing the risk from dangerous fragments. Kevlar body armor offered far greater protection than the fragmentation vests of previous wars. Its multiple Kevlar layers were designed primarily to stop fragments and significantly improve battlefield survivability. The PASGT vest became the foundation for the body armor systems used by American soldiers in the decades that followed. The M16A2 improved the original design with greater durability, better accuracy, and a heavier barrel. New sights, a brass deflector, and stronger components made the rifle more reliable for every soldier. Although they looked similar, the M16A2 represented a major step forward in the evolution of the American service rifle. Desert Storm introduced one of the most recognizable uniforms in U.S. Army history. Its six-color camouflage was created to help soldiers blend into rocky desert terrain. Although iconic, the six-color pattern was soon replaced by a simpler desert camouflage. By the early 2000s, the American soldier looked completely different from the one who fought in Desert Storm. The new advanced combat helmet improved comfort, stability, and compatibility with modern battlefield equipment. The ACH replaced the aging PASGT and became the new standard for U.S. Army soldiers. The Interceptor body armor introduced ceramic plates capable of stopping rifle rounds. Removable SAPI plates dramatically increased protection against high-velocity rifle fire. For the first time, American soldiers received widespread rifle-rated body armor as standard equipment. The MOLLE system allowed soldiers to arrange their equipment exactly where they needed it. Magazine, radio, medical, and utility pouches could all be repositioned to match the mission. MOLLE replaced the fixed ALICE system with a modular platform that remains the standard today. The compact M4 quickly became the standard rifle for modern American infantry. Rails allowed optics, lights, and lasers to be added for different missions. The M4 combined compact size with modularity, defining the next generation of infantry weapons. The Army combat uniform introduced a completely new digital camouflage pattern. Its pixelated design was intended to perform across multiple environments. The digital uniform marked a bold new direction in military camouflage. 8 decades of innovation transformed the American infantryman into the modern soldier of today. OCP replaced the unpopular digital pattern with camouflage better suited to real environments. The switch to OCP marked the return to camouflage designed for real combat conditions. The enhanced combat helmet provided greater ballistic protection while remaining lighter and more comfortable. The ECH improved protection against rifle fragments without sacrificing mobility. Today's combat helmet serves as a complete platform for modern battlefield equipment. The IOTV improved comfort, protection, and weight distribution for modern infantry. Enhanced ceramic plates and improved soft armor increased battlefield survivability. The IOTV became the next step in American body armor evolution. The M4A1 refined the M4 platform with greater durability and improved combat capability. Modern optics and accessories greatly increased the rifle's versatility. The M4A1 represents the latest evolution of America's most widely used service rifle. 80 years. One soldier. Constant evolution. Protection evolved from simple steel to advanced ballistic composites. Every generation brought better protection to the battlefield. From wood and steel to modular precision. Camouflage evolved to match every battlefield. Every generation built upon the last. The mission remains the same. The equipment never stopped evolving. 80 years of innovation. One enduring mission.